Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Monday the 23rd of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. And as it's Monday, we'll look at things from a weekly perspective. Just want to flag a couple of points here. Note the weakness in cable, the Kiwi and the Mexican peso, all of which are suggestive of a dollar rebound, and indeed the dollar index is back above that key 90 level, trading at 90.40 shortly before we recorded the video, up by around 1.09% over the last week. Speaking of weekly moves, though it may not have felt like it, there were decent double-digit gains for both Bitcoin and Ether in the world of cryptocurrencies. Right then, what's on the calendar, events that may move the markets today? Well, we've already had Nikkei Manufacturing PMI for April, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail momentarily. And the day is dominated by PMI data. At 7 a.m. GMT this morning, we'll hear from France about services, composite and manufacturing PMI reads there. Half an hour later at 7:30, we'll have similar data from Germany. And then at 8 o'clock, manufacturing PMI, services PMI and composite PMI for the whole of the Eurozone. Perhaps a chance to infer something about the European data from the French and German reports, which come much earlier in the day. At 10 o'clock then, the German Bundesbank monthly report is released, and at 12:30 we cross the Atlantic for the Chicago Fed National Activity Index for March. Later on, at 13:45, we'll have the manufacturing, composite and services PMI data out of the USA, and that's followed by existing home sales data for March at 1400 GMT. And then we fast forward to 2200 tonight for a speech from the Reserve Bank of Australia's Assistant Governor Kent. Right, breaking news and comment then that's caught my eye overnight and over the weekend. First of all then, Japan's April manufacturing PMI has beaten forecasts and snapped a 2-month losing streak with a read of 53.3 versus estimates of 52.6 and the prior read of 53.1. So positive data from Japan. Meanwhile, the Mexican peso, as we saw, has been spooked by upcoming presidential elections and uncertainty over the future of key trade agreements. Staying in South America, Brazilian job creation has continued to improve in March, but the rate of new job growth has slowed to 56,000 from a prior read of 61,000 and 77,000 earlier in the year. The UK currency sterling has declined, but that has boosted the performance of UK stocks, and the UK 100 index closed near an 11-week high on Friday. Alright then, food for thought, something for you to take away with you into the trading day and beyond, and why not think about this? We have often looked at how demographics can affect markets and economies through things like growing and ageing populations. But the Washington Post has highlighted a fresh challenge for two of the most populous countries. And both China and India face a significant imbalance in the numbers of men and women in the decades ahead. And these charts here show the birth rates, or these lines here I should say, show the birth rates of girls in both India and China up to the current dates. And then projected out in the future to 2100. The Washington Post says that nothing like this has happened in human history. A combination of cultural preferences, government decree and modern medical technology in the world's two largest countries has created a gender imbalance on a continental scale. Right, it's risk warning time. Please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're unsure about those risks or the suitability of margin products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative. Thank you for your time.